Champions League. We need Champions League no matter what. Doesn't matter if we finish 5th, 4th, 3rd, wherever we finish, we just need Champions League.
We weren't lucky today. We 100% deserved that win. We 100% deserved that win. They only scored on a Colwell mistake. We had 3 open chances in the first half that we should have buried. We should have been 3-1 up. Maresca made the changes. All the subs worked. And Gui did have a big impact on that game. The more centralized 9 meant that the centre-backs are more occupied when we're crossing it in. So to say we were lucky, I have no idea what you guys are talking about whatsoever. We totally 100% deserve that win. There's no doubt about it in my mind.
We controlled the game quite well. And one thing I'd say about West Ham was to be fair, they sat back a lot more than 4, especially for Graham Potter's side. We haven't really seen that under Brighton or kind of Chelsea. That kind of
Kudus was their only. Kudus we didn't handle right all game. Kudus, that's the one thing where I think we kept showing him onto his left foot, and it nearly cost us at the end. But credit to Maresca, he did what he done in the first part, most of the first half of this season, and made the changes. You want to criticize Madueke or Sancho? I really couldn't care less because you got the win. The subs worked. It's just ironic now that we didn't buy a striker, Terry. That maybe both our strikers are now injured. So
yeah, you won because Aaron Wan-Bissaka tackled the ball in the back of the net.
Doesn't matter. It's a goal. What does it matter?
So, but you say we deserve the win 100%. So you're making it as there's no conversation.
We had the better chances. We had the better chances.
You making it as it was a 100% a win, a convincing win by Chelsea. If you put it this way, really, you really think today was a convincing win?
We should have been 2-0 up. Should have been 2-0 up for the Colwell mistake.
And in the same way,
I don't know what you're. No, seriously, I don't know what you're watching. Seriously, I respect you, but I don't. You were totally wrong on this one. Totally wrong.
For me personally, it's like I think in the first half you had the Sancho chance as well.
They had a blocked shot.
It could have been 2-2 if Tosin didn't have a last-ditch tackle in the last minute of the injury time.
It could have been 4. It could have been 4-1. If buts and maybes, it could have been 4-1. What are we doing here? We had the better chances. Right, look at it.
Oh, Andrew, I like you, Andrew. I'll call you a friend.
I like you as well,
whatever makes you sleep well at night, bro. Whatever. I know that.
I don't know what makes you sleep well at night. Name me the other chances that West Ham had apart from that block shot.
They had opportunities, not chances. They had opportunities, not chances. They have the opportunities when Bono was running.
What I would say
is we had chances and opportunities.
What I would say though, you had 3 shots on target in the whole game, and 2 of them were shots from about 30 yards. The other one was the goal. You didn't have a single shot on goal from within 18 yards of their goal line. You had the ball in some good places. They had 4 shots on target from inside the box, as an example. Considering you're in a top 4 race, we're in a title race a few weeks ago, and they are a relegation team, I wouldn't say 100% you deserve to win. Would I say over 90 minutes you played the better football? Yes. The first 60 minutes stunk. The first 60 minutes you were so poor. You had some block shots, yes, but they're block shots. Their goal was fortuitous. It was a smash and grab. It was a smash and grab. It was a smash and grab moment. But there was a reason your fans in the ground were booing your team 67 minutes into the game.
That's because we were
wrong. No, they're booing because you weren't taking risks, you weren't creating clear-cut chances, and players weren't doing their job right. You then score a goal, and actually a well-worked goal. Shouldn't have been allowed. It should have been a foul given against Bowen, right? But you scored the goal, and then after that, you go and get another goal straight after. And then your fans were still booing your players because you weren't going for that third goal. You weren't taking that risk to try and score again. So I wouldn't be adverse to hearing you say you deserve to win. But the idea that 100% we deserve to win, like this was an amazing performance, I think that is an exaggeration, Andrew.
I didn't say amazing performance. I said we deserve to win. We had the better chances. On target, yeah, we didn't get a lot on target, but we had the better chances. They had that tossing shot. The 4 shots, I don't remember. Jorgensen's not coming out of here man of the match, is he? Like 4 shots on target. We're not saying
so you're happy with the performance?
Clipped it over the bar.
Well, but just because their shots weren't good enough.
I'm not happy with the finishing.
Their shots came. I understand that, but they had 4 shots where they had a bit of space inside the box, and they were awful shots. I'm not going to lie to you, barring the goal. The problem is that that's still an opportunity. They just didn't take them very well. They got into positions that you didn't. And again, I still think that's fair to say you deserve to win. When I say about you talking about an amazing performance, that's when you said to Mo and agree with Mo that there's no debate. 100% we deserve to win. I consider a team that deserve to win, who have very good performances, have the better chances, score their goals cleanly. Then I think it's no debate. But I think there is a little bit of a debate here to say whether you were lucky or not. I think there was a slight bit of luck to you winning the game, because had that deflected shot not gone in, maybe you wouldn't have scored. Maybe you'd have drew 1-1.
What is your evidence that you were gonna score if that shot wasn't in? Did you have like plenty of shots?
I could point to the first half, for example. I agree that shots on target were good. The first half, for example, Sancho was in, he skied over the bar. Madueke was in, he didn't even get it on target.
That was a very difficult chance when he skied over the bar. That was on the right foot. You had to dribble a couple of guys, lean in, and it was just the right foot one.
No, but I'm speaking about in terms of shot. I'm saying in terms of shots on target, because we were very low on shots on target, and that just it's proof to how poor we were in that first half. That first half was absolutely awful. I wouldn't necessarily say we were deserving, but I don't think that it's necessarily unfair that we won the game. I think especially post subs, I think we did enough to create our own luck.
I would agree. I wouldn't say it's unfair that you won. No, I agree. I wouldn't say it's unfair. I don't think you did anything that was unfair to win the game. I wanted to ask, excuse me, Roberto. Nice to meet you, by the way. First time I've met you. Nice to meet you. A lot of people in the chat are giving stick to the likes of Sancho and Madueke and Nico Jackson. You haven't bought anybody today, and we're doing a bit of a deadline day show as well. How frustrated are you as a Chelsea fan that you haven't gone out and improved your attacking line during the window?
I think it's very frustrating. I think if we want to talk about the wingers, Sancho and Madueke, I don't think that a lot of our wingers are being used to the best of their ability. I think if we're going to play with Neto and have him shooting crosses into the ball, then we need to have a striker that's able to be on the end of that. And these past 10 games, the only person that we've had that is able to be a threat on these type of crosses is Cucurella, who's 5'8" and dealing with center backs that have almost a foot over him in some that's what it feels like. And then for the wingers, I think you have to kind of look at Maresca on that end. Like if we're going to be with the way that West Ham was set up today, that first half was so awful because we were just passing between the defense, passing to the winger, and then just leaving the winger 2-on-1 to do nothing pretty much. They need an overlap. They need something. You need to change up the system to help them. Like if they're not going to be able to get by their man, then you need to start playing through the middle. And in that second half, you add in a bit more energy. You start playing through the middle. Guess what happens? When they start playing through the middle, they're like, oh, we have to be wary of the fact that they might play through the middle, which gives a bit more space on the wing so that when Neto receives it, there is a second man, but if he's quick enough, he can get by the first and get by the second. And you saw that happen in that second half. So it's a bit on Maresca, but it is very, very frustrating.
Yeah, I agree with you about the system. I hate watching Reece James play now, and I mean that with respect. Doesn't bomb forward like he used to. Maybe he will later on down the line. When he got Soler skinned him, and I'm thinking Reece James would have cooked him for breakfast 2 years ago. And so I'm just saying the injuries look like they've taken their toll. And then Cucurella, the inverting. Now he's doing what he's told to do by the manager. But as you say, isolate Sancho, and Sancho needs someone around him to overlap or underlap, and he's out there by himself. So I do agree. I think the system played a part in the first half as well. But I also would like to see players like this. Go on.
With the Gusto, I think that changed though, and he changed it with the Gusto sub, and he was more supportive of Neto in the second half. When the changes were made, like Mo was saying, Madueke can get isolated sometimes, and we saw it. But when Gusto came on, he didn't invert as much as Cucurella did on the other side, and you saw the support that way. I think there's times we are unfortunate, and I don't like saying this, we are seeing a rookie manager, aren't we? That's the problem.
No,
we're seeing a rookie manager.
I agree.
But you haven't done your research. You haven't done your research.
Where I would praise him today, though, is he made those subs really early. And I think if he'd have left it till maybe the 75th minute, the game could have been a little bit different. So I think he deserves a little bit of credit there. DR's with us. What are you saying, DR?
At the start of the season, I was so happy, and now I'm beginning to just feel very uncomfortable. I just think, especially after what's happened in the window, we must win more than we draw, otherwise we're in trouble. I don't believe in this team to grind out wins like that every single time. I think for me, the biggest outcome out of all of this is what's going to happen to that left-hand side and then attacking midfield, because there's no Felix now. So does that mean Nkuku drops into that Palmer position, or does Guiu take over Nkuku's backup striker position for Jackson? And then what? Sancho now has that all to himself on the left. Now, I don't know what's going to happen over there, but we're just not clinical, and it's been killing us for the past 10 games. And that's why we're in the position where we're in. It's simple.
You're fourth. Cheer up, my man. You just won a game, bro. What's going on?
No, it's just weak. It's like, this is weak.
No, you deserve to win 100%, bro.
No. If we're gonna win games like this, then it just shows that this team is very weak. It can't create as effectively against low blocks, which I'm looking at our fixtures. We play Brighton and we play Villa. We should smash Southampton and Leicester, but I am not that confident going into these next couple of games. I don't know why. If we're gonna play like that, that's really bad. That's just really bad all round.
I can understand the lack of confidence, but I think you need a few wins. Get a few wins under your belt. I'm still shocked. I watched Arsenal yesterday do what they did to City, and I still think, why didn't Chelsea run at them? Genuinely, you got so much pace compared to them. It's still when I think Arsenal scored their fourth goal, I was with my brother and I just went, why didn't Chelsea do this? It's the first thing I say, why did Chelsea do it? It's crazy.
Even though Terry, Chelsea have a better squad than Arsenal. We all know that. I thought that was a fact.
For me,
that was absolutely a fact.
Stop it.
This year, one thing I've noticed about my team this year is that when we've got games that we, as a fan base or the media or the world, like the country, expect to win, we've really sort of underperformed. So, mind you, Old Trafford, we've not won at Old Trafford in 11 years. Like, I think Ruud van Nistelrooy was the coach there.
Yeah.
And we couldn't win there. And everyone has been winning there. Crystal Palace just won there last time. Beforehand, I think Forest or somebody got a result. Before
Forest won there, Brighton. I mean, like, pretty much everyone.
You see the issue? Like, we've got games where we should be winning, and everyone's eating off all other teams across the league. And one team that's always underperformed, even though we're fourth in the table, has been Chelsea. Yeah, like, we just had a really hot start.
I hear, mate. Listen, I hear that. Where I defend Chelsea is this is what happens as well when you have a young squad, and I think one of the things that's got into their heads is when the title talk, and one of the telltale signs for me was when Chelsea fans and Chelsea players all did this little thing. What do you mean title race? I've never looked at a league table before. What's a title race? That for me was the sort of the reverse psychology, but it means you're thinking about it, right? That's the thing with reverse psychology. If you know you're doing it, you're thinking about the thing in hand, which was the title race, and a young teams are susceptible to that.